Hello everybody, welcome back to the great state of Montana. This is the Carter Bean Cowboy. Hey, I want to do a video today on something that, has been kind of bugging me a little bit. I recently saw a video where a gentleman, and I'm not going to use his name, did a video where he said stopping power for a handgun cartridge is not a factor. Well, I don't believe that. I mean, if that's the case, why not carry a .22 long rifle if stopping power isn't a factor? I mean, when you stop and think about it, your standard 45 ACP shoots 230 grain ball, delivers about 400 foot-pounds of energy. Your 9mm, 124 grain bullet, it's about the same. 357, 125 grain bullet, it delivers a lot more. It's over 500 foot-pounds, and then you have your 44 mag, your 454 Casull, your 500 Smith. I mean, when you really stop to think about for a second, why would they even bother inventing the 44 Magnum, 454 Casull, the 500 Smith if stopping power from a handgun is not a major factor in picking a handgun cartridge? I mean, now granted, not everybody's going to carry a 500 Smith and a shoulder holster for concealed carry. That may be a tad much, and you might have to do a little bit of explaining to your local magistrate if you had to use it. But what I'm trying to get at is the gentleman in the video said all a pistol bullet does is just make a nice neat little hole clean to the target. It doesn't expand or dump any of its energy, so foot-pounds of energy out of a pistol cartridge don't factor in. Well, then why do they invent all different types of pistol calibers? I mean, you got everything from a .22 long rifle to a 500 Smith. A whole lot of in between. What is the purpose then of, what would be the trade-off between carrying a .22 long rifle and a 9mm? I mean, if you take what the gentleman says for granted, that stopping power doesn't factor in, then that means a .22 should be able to kill a bear just as easy as a 44 Magnum. Or a .22 should be able to dispatch a two-legged varmint that's intending on inflicting you harm just as much as a 40 Smith or a 9mm, right? I mean, you following what I'm getting at here? I mean, I watched this video and I'm listening to this guy and I'm going, okay, what are you selling? What is your point? He didn't have one. All he said was stopping power is not a factor in choosing a pistol cartridge. Wow. I don't know about you people, but I wouldn't want to square off against a angry bear with a .22. My first choice would be 44 Magnum or 45 Colt or 454 Casull, something that packs a little bit of authority. But then again, on the other hand, I think it would be a little overkill to pack a 500 Smith as a concealed carry gun. I mean, yeah, it'll get the job done, along with going through two houses, a car, and possibly another building down the street. But all kidding aside, I mean, being serious here. I know people can argue the 9mm versus the 40 versus the 45, or a combination of all three. Those three arguments have been played out for the last 30 years. And you know what? My attitude is, you carry what you want as long as you can shoot it and hit what you're aiming at. Simple. Very simple. I'm a 45 guy. But my sons, they carry a 40 Smith. I know other people that carry a 9mm. Hey, it beats throwing rocks, right? But I just wanted to bring this video to you, because I think the problem that you're having on YouTube is, you get these people out here, they get their spewing stuff like that. It makes no logical sense whatsoever. I mean, why would they even develop hollow points, you know, like your Spear Gold Dots, your XTPs, your Golden Sabers, Hornady Critical Defense. I mean, the list goes on, right? Why would they waste all this time, resources, and energy trying to develop bigger and better hollow points if stopping power out of a handgun cartridge doesn't factor in? I mean, it makes no logical sense. But I'm curious to hear what you have to say. I'm curious to hear, your thoughts on the subject, because, the internet can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. I think the problem with it is a lot of people, they listen to somebody that's of noted authority. I question that noted authority sometimes, because I sit back and I go, really? Stopping power out of a handgun cartridge does not factor in when choosing a handgun cartridge. Well, if Elmer Keith was alive today, he'd look at you and go, really? Really? The reason why he invented the .44 Magnum was because up until that time, they had the .45 Colt and the .357. He wanted something that was a bigger, better bear stopper. He didn't invent the .44 mag to use against human beings. He wanted it as a big game pistol cartridge. Well, the 9mm, the .45, the .38 Special, all of them, military service, police service, ask any cop on the street. If stopping power out of a handgun cartridge doesn't matter, why aren't they carrying 22s? I mean, this is the kind of nonsense you have to deal with. But anyway, I'll come back at you a little later with another video. I've got a few more that I want to get done. It was kind of a sunny day today. It wasn't snowing, so I figured I'd get this video done for you. I'm curious to, like I said, hear your questions and comments below. This is the Carbine Cowboy from the great state of Montana saying, see you next time.